Hello, Michelle. This is Chuck Palance. I'll be your manager here at Judd & Levin. Well, one of them. I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to interview with me today.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that, Mr. Palance. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I want you to know that I excel in sales.
Well, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
So I have to ask, though, what exactly is it that I'm going to be selling there?
Oh, well, they didn't tell you? We sell tactical gear to police departments.
Oh, really? Tactical gear?
Yeah, you know, bulletproof vests, helmets, shields, training equipment, stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, then, that sounds interesting.
Would you feel comfortable selling something like that? I mean, if you don't, perhaps you should reconsider things.
No, it's fine. I know I can do a great job for you. I can sell anything to anyone.
Well, that's just great. So what other sales experience do you have?
Okay, going all the way back, I started out in retail and then real estate and then moved on to books.
Books? What, like at Barnes & Nobles or something?
No, it was a private buyer and seller. He dealt in rare and valuable books.
Oh, really? That sounds very interesting.
It really was.
So how did that job end then?
Well, my boss died.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. He was a really great man.
Well, I hope you find working for us just as rewarding.
Yes, me too.
Do you support the police?
Oh, yes, of course, absolutely.
Well, that's good. But we here at Judd & Levin prefer to keep politics out of our business, you understand?
Sure, no problem.
So, do you have any experience with tactical gear?
Well, I watched a lot of 80s action movies with my brothers.
Well, that's something, I guess. And you'd be talking with police departments all over the country. You'd be comfortable with that too?
Absolutely.
Great. So where are you from, Michelle?
Indiana, originally.
A Hoosier, eh? I've driven through Indiana a few times. I've never stayed, though. On second thought, no, I take that back. I did spend a night in Indy on business. But I can hardly remember that. You have to be careful at one of those police conventions. Boy, I tell you, some of those boys will drink you under the table.
Wow.
Anyway, did they at least tell you about the pay structure here?
A little bit. It's 100% commission-based, right?
Yep, 100% commission. But there's an incentive, an end-of-the-month payout based on your sales.
Oh, really?
That's right. So if you get good sales numbers, you make more money, plus the commission.
Well, that all sounds very intriguing.
So, do you have any questions for me?
Well, how long has the company been in business?
Oh, we've been going on, 9 months now.
9 months, really?
Oh, yeah, but we've been doing really well. Our sales have been skyrocketing. We've had 8 new contracts just in the last week alone.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, Michelle, I have a very good feeling about you. Your references are good, your experience is sufficient. So, how would you like to take the job? Consider this your official offer.
Really? Oh, well, then consider it accepted.
Well, great. I look forward to working with you. Can you start Monday?
Yes, absolutely, and I'll spend the whole weekend researching.
That's a good idea. I love the initiative. I'll talk to you soon, Michelle.
Thanks, Mr. Palance.
The pleasure is all mine.
Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Oh, hey, Spencer, how are you? Not bad, thanks for asking. I just wanted to tell you how happy everyone here is to have you on the team. Oh, really? Wow, that's so nice of you to say. I really like everybody here. Well, we think you add a lot to the place. A lot of cheer, to tell you the truth. Cheer? Yeah, it can be kind of a drab place if you haven't noticed. Well, I guess sort of. I could kind of see it that way. Well, anyway, where were you at before this? I worked for a private bookseller, rare books, things like that. Oh, really? Wow, that's really cool. What happened with it? I mean, that sounds so much cooler than selling bulletproof vests to cops. Well, the owner passed away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you. I just lost my grandma, so I know it's tough. Oh, Spencer, I'm so sorry. Yeah, thanks. She was an awesome lady. She traveled to every state by bus, even Alaska. Well, not Hawaii, of course, but she took a cruise there. Was she afraid of flying? Deathly. Can't say I blame her. There's something quite terrifying about being 7 miles up in the air in a big metal tube. Well, when you put it like that. So what about you? What did you do before this? Oh, I had a startup. Really? Yep, we marketed restaurant decor to, well, restaurants. Wow, Spencer, that's fascinating. Well, not really. I mean, if you say so. No, it really is. That's very impressive to have your own company so young. Well, I don't have it now, do I? And I'm stuck working at this place, so
I guess you could say I'm not living up to my full potential.
Who is, though, really? Sometimes we just have to wait until an opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, but I'm getting older by the minute.
Time has nothing to do with it.
Well, if you say so, lady. You're very philosophical.
Oh, please, I am not, but I suppose I will try. I try to be mindful of things.
So you're into, like, meditation and stuff? And yoga?
Well, actually, yes, I am. Are you?
Well, no. But Chuck is.
Chuck?
Yeah, you know, Chuck. Our boss. Hello?
Oh, Mr. Palance. Sorry, I just always think of him as that.
You call him Mr. Palance?
Well, yeah, just a habit, I guess.
I see. Well, anyway, he's into all that Eastern stuff too, all that Zen stuff. Hey, maybe it's something you two can bond over.
Oh, I don't know about that. He's definitely been giving me the cold shoulder all week. And I really have no idea why.
Yeah, I kinda noticed that at yesterday's morning sales meeting. I was meaning to ask you about it.
Yeah, and I don't understand it at all because my sales have been insane ever since I started.
More than insane, you're blowing all of us out of the water.
Well, you'd think he'd be,
kissing your butt?
Yes, exactly. Is this how he acts whenever someone has a good month?
I wouldn't know. I've never seen anyone have a month like you're having.
Really?
Yeah, you must have some kind of magic or something. Do you think we could sit down and you could teach me a few things?
Well, sure, I guess that would be okay. But I'd have a few questions for you too, Mr. Startup.
Yeah, well.
So what happened with it?
When my grandma got sick and then passed away, I had to sell it to pay for a bunch of expenses.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thanks. I don't really have a lot of family, and she left a lot of debt. It was tough. So I'm back to square one, working here, trying to shore up for my next venture.
Well, that sounds great, Spencer. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, except it's nearly impossible to make any money around here.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's basically impossible to meet that payout structure. So if you really want to make a profit, I guess you'd have to work like 14-hour days. I can't say for sure because I've never seen anyone actually do it.
Really? That's interesting.
Well, I haven't seen anybody do it. That is, until you. So you got 2 weeks left until the payout, right?
Yep, then I'll have been here for a month.
All right then, 2 weeks, huh? We'll see what happens.
Hi, Mr. Palance. How are you today? Is this a bad time?
Oh, well, hello, Michelle. Kind of. Well, no, I mean, not really. Why? What do you need?
Well, I've been here a month now, and my sales have been pretty good, so I figured it was time to talk about my payout bonus.
Oh, right, the bonus. Well, yes, I suppose it is. So, what about it?
Well, when I was hired, you said that at the end of the month I would get a bonus based on my sales.
Oh, right. Well, yes, the thing is, Michelle, we are very happy with your work. I just want you to know that.
Okay, thank you.
But I guess that, paperwork isn't your strong suit.
What do you mean?
Well, among the abundant amount of contracts you got, and they were abundant, don't get me wrong.
Yes, 28 to be exact.
Right, 28. Well, there were a certain number of, grammatical errors.
Grammatical errors? What do you mean?
Also, clerical errors, too.
Oh, really?
Yes, of course, you wouldn't be responsible for those, but I assure you those responsible parties will be taken care of.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that I'm not getting my payout bonus?
Well, yes, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
You have got to be kidding me.
Yes, I know it isn't idea.
Isn't ideal?
But you get to keep all of your commission, of course.
Oh, really?
Well, most of it.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, well, sorry.
We're talking about thousands of dollars here, Mr. Palance.
Oh yes, I know.
Well, you at least have to tell me what kind of grammatical mistakes, supposed grammatical mistakes.
Oh, you know, things like apostrophes in the wrong place, dashes in phone numbers a little crooked, you know, things like that.
This is absolutely insane.
Yes, it's absolutely bonkers, I agree.
Well, then why is it happening?
Well, I don't know exactly. I mean, I didn't have the final say.
Well, then who did?
The managers, the boss men, the suits, you know, the guys upstairs. I guess they pored over your contracts and found a bunch of mistakes. I don't know.
Found? They found mistakes?
Okay, Michelle, I don't know what you're insinuating here, but I don't think I care for it. So just cool it with the accusations, okay?
I'm not accusing anyone of anything, sir.
Okay, good. So, cheer up then. You had one hell of a month. There's no reason why you can't have another. Just make sure you don't screw up the paperwork next time.
Right. Thanks.
No problem, kid. Anytime. I've been in this business a long time, you know.
Oh yeah? How long?
Well, maybe after hours we could get a drink and I could tell you about it.
Oh, I'm flattered, Mr. Palance, but sorry, I'm seeing someone.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Well, he can come along. I don't see why not. What's the young man's name?
Woman.
Excuse me?
Woman's name, and her name is Constance.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Very, hip.
Right, hip.
So let me ask you something. When you two are out to dinner, who reaches for the check?
I have to go.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine, really.
So, no drink?
I have plans, Mr. Palance.
Please, call me Chuck.
I have plans, Chuck.
Well, perhaps another time then.
Perhaps.
Okay, well, I'll let you get to it. Good job this month.
Thank you.
Hey, Michelle, how are you doing?
Hey, Spencer, what are you up to?
Oh, just losing myself in video games, so, a typical Tuesday night. You?
Drinking wine.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer. I didn't want to tell you.
No shame here, friendo. It's been one hell of a day.
Yeah, I heard. Or rather, I saw.
What do you mean?
I saw the managers looking over the month's contracts.
Really? Whose? Mine?
Everybody's, not just yours, but yeah, yours specifically. It was easy to tell. There were so many of them. They had them scattered all over the room.
Oh, really? I think I know what they were doing with them.
Finding supposed mistakes.
Yeah, how did you know?
Because I'm up there every Tuesday afternoon for the software meeting. I can see all of them through that big glass window. And it's supposed to be soundproof, but let me assure you, it's not. And I heard some pretty interesting things.
What did you hear?
Well, you and your little powerhouse sales month have them in a blind panic.
What? How? I mean, what did I do?
Well, they never expected anyone to make as many contracts as you did, and they simply don't have the money to pay you. If they pay you what they owe you, what you've earned, what your contract stipulates, they'd go bankrupt.
This is absolutely insane.
It absolutely is, isn't it? I had no idea I worked for a bunch of deadbeats.
But they present like they're doing so well, like they're so successful.
Well, apparently, it's all a lie.
I cannot believe this is happening.
So, what are you going to do now?
Well, what can I do? I'm making like 5% of what I should have been on this job.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess I'm quitting.
I suppose I should too. I mean, if they'd do it to you, they'd do it to me.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, plus I'm tired of Chuck and his yoga anyway. No offense.
None taken. But I don't exactly know what I'm going to do now.
I actually have an idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I might. Maybe.
Well, do tell.
Well, you know how I told you I had that startup and I was just saving to get going again?
Yeah.
Well, I finally hit my goal. I've saved up enough to comfortably move ahead with another venture.
Wow, that's great. Spencer, congratulations. What kind of company are you thinking of starting?
Well, to be honest, I was thinking about tactical gear.
Oh, were you now?
Yeah, I've learned a lot about it here, almost everything there is to know, actually. I figure how about I put those skills to good use and start my own thing, and compete with this hellhole.
Well, that would certainly be something.
And I was thinking, maybe you could come and help me.
Me? Really?
Yeah, you're clearly and by far the best salesperson I've ever seen there. I'd be honored.
Well, I have always wanted to be part of a startup.
Well, now is your opportunity.
But we have contracts with them, and isn't there a non-compete clause? So we wouldn't be able to start any type of similar company.
Not unless we wanted our butts sewed off.
You know what? My girlfriend's dad is a tax lawyer. Maybe he knows something about that. I'll ask him and get back to you. Maybe we can work something out just yet.
I'm serious about this, okay? Just so you know.
I am too.
Okay, good. So I'll talk to you soon, I guess. Or are you putting in your 2 weeks?
Hey, they screwed me over. I'm going to screw them over.
Fair enough.
Hey, Spencer, good news.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I talked to my girlfriend's dad, and then we did a little bit of research.
Yeah, into what?
Well, into our company, and apparently we don't actually have these contracts.
What do you mean?
Well, apparently there's a company called FlexCore who actually has the contracts with all of these police departments.
What?
I guess FlexCore has been farming out work to other smaller companies. I guess they're too busy.
Or just lazy.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the point is, we don't have legally binding contracts with any of these police departments. FlexCore does.
So, you're saying we're basically free to do whatever we want?
We can start any kind of company we so desire. We could even sell the exact same products.
Well. All right then. Shall we get started?
Well, what's the first step, Mr. Startup?
I guess I just have to start filing the paperwork.
This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening.
Me either, and so fast.
Well, I guess that's how things happen.
So, should you tell them or should I?
It's up to you. You've been there longer.
Yeah, but they royally screwed you over.
That's true.
All right, you go ahead and do it.
Okay then, business partner, I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, business partner. Michelle, how are you? How have you been?
Oh, pretty good, Chuck. Actually, great.
Well, I'd assume you were pretty great considering what's going on over here. Have you heard?
Well, of course I have.
So now you know that you've totally ruined our business, forced us to liquidate the entire office, and lay everyone off? I mean, don't you at all feel bad about that?
Don't worry, your employees will be taken care of.
So you're poaching my employees too, eh?
Come on, Chuck, spare me the pity party. You brought this all on yourself.
Hey, it wasn't my decision to screw you over. I don't have that kind of power.
But you lied about it to me, Chuck. You led me to believe that I was going to make all of this money.
Well, you could have if you just stuck it out.
What are you talking about?
Ugh, I don't know. I'm kind of panicking here.
Well, I'm sorry that you're panicking, but I'm sure you'll land on your feet. But
what?
I mean, you reap what you sow.
Well, Michelle, I'm sure you have a bright future in sales because you're a very sneaky person.
Oh, yes, I'm so very sneaky. Like lying to hard-working employees. Women employees.
Hey, that's got nothing to do with it.
And screwing them out of their hard-earned money.
Well, do you guys need any office equipment or anything? I mean, we are liquidating everything. It's all pretty cheap.
No thanks, Chuck. We're buying good stuff. After Judd & Levin officially closed, and after the IRS received an anonymous tip, they were investigated for a number of financial crimes. After a trial, the owners were convicted of multiple white-collar crimes and were sentenced to several years in a minimum security prison. Michelle and Spencer's new business, Sky Tactical, soon became one of the leading in the industry. They sold the company at its peak value for $25 million.